Welcome to the Blogger Genius Podcast, brought to you by MiloTree. Here's your host, Jillian Leslie.
Today, my guest is Amy Locurto from Living Locurto. She is a blogger, a graphic designer, and an entrepreneur. Welcome to the show, Amy.
Hi, Jillian. I'm so happy to be here.
So Amy and I, we've known each other for a lot of years.
Yes.
And we are friends IRL.
Yes, in real life.
And what I love about you is how you put it out there about your business and about everything.
Yes, I'm an open book.
So let's talk about Living Locurto. And I know you have been at it for a long time. So how did you start it? And briefly, how has it evolved over time?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, let me kind of give you an overview of what Living Locurto is for those of you that have never visited my blog. It's a DIY lifestyle party and food blog that features fun recipes, crafts, home decor, and travel. I love to travel, so I mix that in with my fun, creative ideas. So it's very whimsical, it's bright and fun, and we have a lot of bad things going on in life, and I want my blog to just be a place where you can go and find fun and cute things and get away from it all. So that is kind of how I started it. I started in 2008. So I wanted to just be a fun place to go. And I've stuck with that this whole time.
And I will say that Amy makes some of the most creative food crafts out there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I started blogging in 2008, and that's when DIY, there was basically just DIY and parenting blogs, and there weren't a lot of food or party decor blogs at the time. And back then, DIY meant home decorating.
Okay.
You were around then.
Yep.
I love to decorate, but that wasn't my passion. So I'm like, how am I going to do this? I'm going to keep up with these home bloggers. I don't even like to shop, but I would always make things. So because I work with really corporate clients all day long in my graphic design firm, I use my blog as a creative outlet to share fun and creative things that I was doing at home with my kids. And back then I was designing things for them, such as birthday party invitations and decor and homemade gifts for teachers, lunch bag tags, chore charts, things like that. So I started sharing those printables on my blog, and that's when everything really started to take off.
And you were one of the first bloggers to really promote printables.
Yes.
Which are downloadable files that people can print out themselves. And it's like anybody can DIY with printables.
Yeah, we used to call them downloads back then. And there were only, at the time, there were 4 to 5 other professional graphic designers doing this. And we all knew each other. We had our own little tribe. It was really fun to have a group of friends all over the world who could understand my passion for doing these over-the-top birthday parties and creative designs. Because my real friends and, my real life thought I was crazy.
I find the same.
There was a few of us, and it was fun because the 5 girls that were really, I remember there was one girl and she had freedownloads.com or something like that. And she was like, oh, I just wanted to be like her. I don't know what happened to her, but there's so many of us that went on to do other things, and there's a few of us still left that do this blog thing.
Now, how did you start monetizing did you open an Etsy shop, or how did you start thinking about money?
I started my own shop. I thought, what is this Etsy? I'm not going to give them a percentage of my profits.
Got it.
So I started I found a way to charge for my downloads on my own blog. And so I thought, I'll test this out. If they love it so much and they're sharing it, well, they'd probably be willing to pay for it, right? So I had a really popular free download that I turned into a $2.99 download. And you would have thought I was like the most horrible person in the world trying to sell something, a digital product. People just thought, well, why would you do that? And I thought, well, why not? I spent a lot of time designing this and you like it. So see if you'll like to buy it. And people did. And then I opened a store from that. I just started a whole new website called Printables by Amy. And so I've kind of jumped on that wagon back, I think about 6 months into my blog. And I focus mainly on my shop and collecting emails and things like that so I could sell my products. And I'm glad I did, because now I still have that shop. It still brings traffic to my website. It's in Google. And if I'd have started on Etsy, I don't think I would have been as it wouldn't have been as lucrative as it was.
And are you still getting sales?
Yes, still to this day. Yeah.
That's amazing.
On things that I did, 9 years ago. And I just, there's still, it was all evergreen product, birthday parties. It's still there. And I use those for a lot of other things. I still use those designs, and they're super cute. They're all it's party packs and little downloads and decorations for birthday parties and holidays.
I love that you saw this opportunity and you jumped on it, and that you said, I'm going to start monetizing. Why not? And you did, and that it is still bringing you revenue.
Yes, it does. It pays the bills. That was just a chance that I took, because I thought, why not? It doesn't really cost anything to do this. So if I'm going to make some money, I'll make some money. And so that's how I made money back then, because the ad revenue was pretty much non-existent back in
for traffic.
Days. Yeah, because people didn't understand what a blog was. So nobody was advertising on our website. So we had to contact businesses and talk them into putting an ad in our sidebar. That's kind of what
I remember that.
And
I remember that.
I thought, I'm not going to do that. That's too much work.
Right. So today, how do you monetize? So you've got your printable business. Yes. You've got your graphic design firm, but let's kind of put that. How do you make money doing Living Locurto and all of your online ventures?
Well, my main source of income on Living Locurto comes from my ad revenue and my client work. So, I work with several brands, and I create unique content for them, or I work with them to promote a specific product on my own blog and my social channels.
So this is like sponsored content.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And did they contact you? Sorry,
Yeah.
Did they contact you directly?
Yes. I've been very lucky with that. I have an about page on my website that says "Work with Amy," and it gives a whole rundown. It's kind of like my press kit, media kit, right online, so they can see how they can work with me, what I'm doing now, what I'm looking for, and are we a good fit? Contact me, and people find me through that.
That's great.
Yeah. So I have reached out to a few brands that I've met at conferences and things like that, just to tell them a little more about me. But it's not like I said, I've got this idea. It was just more of an introduction. So I've been really lucky in that way. I don't do a lot of pitches personally.
Got it.
Yeah. I try and make everything very, very open and honest on my website, so they know that I do want to work with brands. Mm-hmm.
And what would you say, like, the ideal brand that would work with Amy Locurto?
Well, I do a lot of work for movies, promoting movies, and that is super fun because they're usually fun movies. Like I just did a promotion for the Lego Ninjago movie.
Ooh,
yeah,
yes.
And I do a lot of work for food companies. I've worked with Coca-Cola. I've worked with so many brands. So, yeah, anybody that wants to do something fun and creative.
Got it.
Mainly food companies. I think that works really well with me, or entertainment, like the movies or something for kids. That's kind of my audience. Yeah.
Got it. So so now let's talk about social media. And you make some awesome videos.
Thanks.
And tell me about, and you are also a YouTuber.
Kind of.
Okay. So
can you
talk about your social media strategy and how it's evolved and how video today fits into that?
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you asked this, because I had to really think about this when you sent me the questions. I'm like, when did I get on YouTube? I had to look back. I got on YouTube over 8 years ago, because I needed a place to upload a video for some Photoshop tutorials I was doing. Because, mind you, I've been a professional graphic designer for many years, And I started in the business, I think when I was in college was right. That was back when Photoshop just came out. So I had to teach my professors how to use Photoshop. So I've always been this Photoshop guru. So I started doing tutorials for another blog I had years ago. It was a photography blog, and I just needed a place to upload those. Well, I forgot about it because I embedded the video in my blog. And then I went back, I think like a year later, and I saw that those videos were getting mega views from people on YouTube. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think that people would find me on YouTube by just searching Photoshop tutorial or something. And that's when I was like, oh gosh, this is where the direction of the internet is going. And
Wow.
yeah, I've got to do the things I'm doing on video. So that's when I really dove in and, and got a camera that would be better for video, and jumped in head first to learn everything I could about video. And so then I think I really started trying to grow my YouTube channel on Living Locurto about 4 or 5 years ago. But
Okay. And do you monetize on YouTube?
well, I mean, I have ads over there, but the way to monetize there is, I think, work with brands. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
That's what I've done in the past. Mm-hmm.
So a brand will come to you and say, will you make a video?
Yeah. Well, I think for YouTube, I mean, that's a whole another ball of wax, but if you get in with you have to have a company that represents you over there. And so for me, I'm with a company called Kin Community.
Okay.
So they manage all of my market, all of the, they'll reach out to brands. And if a brand wants to work with me, they'll contact me through Kin Community.
Got it.
And that's how that works. And yeah,
Can you share then how you think about video tell me about Facebook for you and how important Facebook is and how you have evolved in your strategy with Facebook?
Well, I evolved with Facebook because I was over on YouTube and I saw the difference between the video views on Facebook versus YouTube, and it was just astronomical. Like I will get millions of views on a video over on Facebook versus 10,000 on YouTube, which for me, 10,000, was a lot at the time. But there's just, my people are on Facebook. YouTube is a much younger audience. So I just thought I need to be where my people are. So I've started focusing more on Facebook. So it's very important just because that's where my audience is. So yeah, it's very important just because that is how you can, whether you get traffic there or not, that's how you can promote anything to anyone.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah. So you have to learn it. You have to, not everybody likes it because, it's really confusing, and then you figure out something and then they change it. So, but that's the beast of blogging.
Is Facebook. And how often then are you posting? How many, is it video? Is it posts? Like, what are you doing on Facebook?
Oh, on Facebook, on my Facebook page, I try to post at least once an hour. And sometimes even more than that. But there's some days I slack, you can't do it all. And there's some days I'm gung-ho about it. And I think my page would grow a lot more if I actually focused just on it. But yeah, I do too many things. And that's what we do as bloggers. So there's a lot of people that have grown their Facebook pages because they focus solely, on that. And that's great.
Now, does Facebook drive a lot of traffic to your blog?
It does. It does. It drives a lot, but it's not one of my top traffic drivers, but I'm not saying it doesn't drive any traffic, but because when I look at it, I just see it in comparison to maybe Pinterest, and Pinterest is a whole lot more. But I looked today and I thought, wow, that is a lot of traffic from Facebook. I should look at that as a win. It's not a loss. So I need to look at it more, just because it's not the highest traffic coming over. It's great traffic. And you can also, I like Facebook because I can promote product there, and I can also promote products and use affiliate links, which that's a great way to make money. So,
Okay, so
yeah.
let's just unpack that a little bit. So what you do is you go through how you put an affiliate link on Facebook.
Well, for me, I like to use, I mean, you can use any kind of company. There's all kinds of affiliate companies, but let's take Amazon, for example. You would just, if you saw a product that you were talking about that you liked, you can share a photo of it and just say, hey, have you guys tried this? Like an Instant Pot or something.
Right.
So just put your affiliate link in there, but you have to disclose that it's an affiliate link. So you can say, underneath the description somewhere, affiliate link or something, just to disclose. And then if they click the link, a cookie gets put on their website on their computer. They might not
Right.
buy it right then, but they might come back, that night, buy something else like cat food, and then you'll get a
Right.
percentage
Right.
because cookie. So
Right.
that, and then you can also put a shop on your Facebook page. They've got a section, if you've got a business page, which most bloggers do, there's a shop area there.
Yep.
So you can just go in and you can add a photo, put your affiliate link in there, and you can, have a whole shop of affiliate stuff.
Wow.
There's a lot of different ways to use it. I have one Facebook page where I don't even have a blog. I just share affiliate links over there. It's just a little community. It's a small Facebook page, but it's a
Right.
really active page.
Right.
So yeah, that I don't even have a blog for that yet. It just kind of took off. I'm like,
That's
oh gosh,
amazing.
I have to start a website and a shop. But for now, I'm just putting affiliate links and I'm making money.
That's
So
amazing.
just,
I will say you are the queen of finding ways to monetize.
well, it's always by accident too. Like I think that as a blogger or an entrepreneur, you have to find creative ways. You can't put everything and all your eggs in one basket. You need to find creative ways to do things. So when I saw people years ago sharing my printables like bananas, I thought, geez, there's only about 4 or 5 of us doing this. And so I rounded them up and I said, let's start charging. And so we all did. And so we kind of, it started something new, and then eventually everybody started doing free printables, and so then you have to rebrand somehow and find another way to monetize. So there's always
Right.
something creative. But I think that I like to give myself a time limit. Like I'll say, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it for 1 month and see what happens. And if it's successful, I'm going to keep doing it. If it's not, move on. No big
I
deal.
love that.
Yeah.
We do that. We just did something where we were trying Amazon products on Catch My Party to see how that worked for us. Ultimately, it didn't work very well,
Mm-hmm.
but what we said, my husband and I, is, okay, we're going to try this and we're going to see. And then we looked at our results and it wasn't giving us the results we wanted. But then we said, okay, how else could we test this? So we've come up with other ideas to see if we can make it work this way or that way, putting products here or there. So I love that idea because you don't know, people think they want a magic bullet. And the truth is, it might be a magic bullet for you, but it might not be for me. And the only way I'm going to know is if I test it too.
Right. And I tell people this all the time. I set my expectations very low.
Yeah,
So
I think that's
if I
smart.
have a product I'm going to launch, I don't say I'm going to sell 500 of these in one day. I say if I sell 10, that's a win.
Yes.
That's a winning day for me because really that's probably going to be pretty easy to achieve. And then that makes me feel better. I don't
I
feel
think
like
that
a loser because the day before, I had sold nothing because I didn't have anything to sell. So, you know,
I love that attitude
don't be
because
too hard on yourself.
that's the thing. I think that as bloggers, there are always people who are bigger than you, who are more successful, and who are also writing about how successful they are. And you always have to take that with a grain of salt
Yeah.
because usually they're trying to sell you a product on how they got so successful.
Yeah, I love that. I get
See,
about 50 of those in my Facebook feed every day.
right, me too. Me too.
I'm like, who
And
is
but
this?
it can't help but like wear on you. And I always have to tell myself, like what you were saying, like 10 sales is a serious win.
Yeah. And I know we look at Facebook and think, oh, we're getting crappy traffic from Facebook, but really, Facebook is free. And if you're getting any traffic from there, that is a win. You just need, even if you're
Totally.
getting only, 25 clicks, that's better than no clicks. But
Exactly.
so we have
I
to kind of change our mindset, and we can't compare ourselves to others because their success is totally different than what where we are. Like, let's say they might have their husband, like you've got your husband working with you. My husband would never work with me or help me. Like I'm doing this on my own. I don't even know what I'm doing, and I've got kids. We're busy, so I work when I can, and so I try and think of that. I have some friends that don't have children, and they can work all day and they get
yes.
so much done. And I have to remember that, like, oh gosh, they're single, and they have a different. They're just very organized and with it. Like, I've got ADD. I like run around, and I see a squirrel and I run. So
How
we're
many
different.
how many how many hours a week do you think you work on your businesses?
A lot. I
Okay.
don't know. I mean, I go in waves, and I think this has happened since I've established my businesses. That I in the beginning, I probably worked way too much. I missed out on a lot with my babies when they were little. I have
Mm.
mom guilt over some of the stuff that I did because I built a graphic design firm, and then the blog started, and that was just new territory. So you didn't know what you were doing. I think now, after about 8, 9 years, I have a grasp on it, and it's pretty steady. So I can calm down,
Mm.
and I take days off, but then like 3 days later, I will work 3 days straight, and then I'll take a week off. So, but I don't ever just stop. I'm always dabbling here and there, especially, on Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest, social channels I'm always on. But I try to not look at it when I'm on vacation. But so I go in waves. I don't really, I might work all day one day and then a couple of
Right.
hours the next.
I
But
think that's one thing that I also like about what we do, which is our time is our own. So you were sharing with me last night, like, oh, you're going to be up late working, but nobody is putting a gun to your head. I mean, you
yeah,
might have a deadline, like with a brand or something, but it's not like your boss is saying, I need this on my desk tomorrow. It's, oh my God, I'm inspired, or I need to get this out, or whatever. So there are times, same thing, where I'm working late at night. And then there are other days where I'm spending the day with my daughter, or I'm working on something completely different. And I personally really like that.
oh
I
yeah,
like that flexibility.
I love it. Yeah, I've been working on my own since I was 25, and I won't tell you how old I am now, but it's been a lot of years.
So what about your business are you most excited about right now?
Ooh, right now, I'm glad you asked me. Well, that's what I was working on last night. So today, after we talk, I'm going to launch what's called the Living Locurto Fun Club, and that's it's actually sort of a revamped version of a membership section of my website that I started about 3 years ago, and I shut it down, and now I'm reopening it. I've had so many of my readers ask me, "Are you going to open up your membership site again?" Which basically the Fun Club is a revamped version where you get exclusive content just for
Okay, wait.
you.
So let's step back for just a sec. So a membership site is your visitors,
Hmm.
your audience, they pay you a monthly fee,
Hmm.
and then they get access to exclusive content or printables or things like that, or talking to you.
Yes.
What do you offer?
What I'm offering are my printable designs. So I've got wall art, really fun wall art. I've got invitations, calendars, planners, all kinds of stuff, holiday, elf on the shelf ideas. I mean, I've just got a plethora of really fun designs that you can download. You have access as a Fun Club member. You have access to a certain amount of designs all at once. And then once a month during your membership, you'll get some new designs. So it's kind of a fun surprise every month. You don't know what you're going to get.
Oh,
And
that's
then
great.
and then in the middle of that, I've got discounts to my shop and other fun freebies that I do. It's a fun club. So
No, that's nice. And do people have more access to you?
Not in this. I mean, yeah, they'll probably be talking to me if they're emailing me, but it's basically just a section of my website that's just for certain people.
Oh, very.
It's ad free. It's quicker to get to everything. It's an easier way to access, and it's just exclusive content. This is content that's not anywhere else. It might be in my shop, but if
Right.
it's in my shop, it's going to cost a lot more.
Right.
Like you'll probably get it if it's in my shop for, let's say, $15, it will be only 50 cents. If you get it and if you get in my fun club, it's just a perk.
Got it.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be living on livinglocurto.com.
Yes. Yes. It's just another section of my blog. Like you have a category.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. Mm-hmm.
So if you were to, if there was one piece of advice you wish you knew when that you know now that you wish you knew when you just started, what would it be?
I had to think about this. It's a hard one. There's a lot of things. I think, well, I think what I would say is if you're working this, I think I wish somebody would have explained to me more of to settle down, not to stop the hustle, because the reason why you are creating this business for yourself is so you can have the time to do the things that you want to do. So I wish somebody would have told me, you might look back and regret some of the things that you do. So settle down
Wow.
and focus just on, one path, stay on a path, because it's easy to get distracted. So pick one main goal and stick to that, and then move on to the next. And give yourself, don't be so hard on yourself, and give yourself time, because to enjoy the life that you're creating from this business that you're creating. Have fun too, play. I don't think I did enough of that when I was younger.
I love that. Again, I think the thing that keeps coming up in our conversation is this idea of mindset and how you frame it, because being a blogger can be fantastic and it can also be awful. And the same things, you could have the same Facebook traffic in both scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how you tell yourself the story of your own blog and your own success.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people worry too much about the following. Like, oh, I'm not as successful because I don't have as many Facebook followers or whatever it is. And that's not true, because it doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, it does to certain brands, but if you want to work with brands, if you have 100 really engaged people, that's really all they care about. It's just kind of how you look at it and how you sell yourself to the brands. And I think that's more important than the following. It's kind of your what's your talent, what's your mojo, and sell yourself in that way, and not worry about what other people are doing so much. Like I said, just enjoy and focus on your strengths. My strength is graphic design and creating really unique things, and that's what people come to me for. They know they're going to get something that's different. It might already be out there in some form, but it's going to be very different the way I do it.
Yes. Like my favorite, just off the top of my head, you did these Curious George cupcakes that I'll remember forever. And also you made the cutest Oreo Minnie Mouse Christmas Minnie Mouses.
Yeah, that went viral. That is still going crazy. And it's not anything new. These are
Right.
But I put my spin on it, my little Living Locurto creative spin, and I turned these Oreo cookies that look like Minnie and Mickey Mouse, but I decorated them for Christmas. And it was like, why hasn't anybody done this before?
Yes.
And I've done it for every holiday now. And they're just really cute. And it's a no-bake idea, and kids can do it. Any mom can do it. Any dad can do it. So that's the kind of stuff so I try and pride myself in that I can create a simple little twist like that for a brand, and they love it, and I can't get down on myself and I can't be hard on myself. And my might not be the best or my videos might not be the best, but as long as what I'm creating is really cute, that's all that matters, I think. And then the people
And
like
I think you take that into every area of your business. That little twist on something. We're going to do printables and then we're going to charge for them.
it.
We're going to take it and we're going to try doing affiliate links this way or like that. I just feel like you take that, again, mindset into every area of your business and you find creative solutions.
Yeah, you have to try and do something to stand out. And like I said, never give up. Learn from your failures, and what not to do next time. Like what you said when you were putting your affiliate links and they didn't work. I mean, you learn. You're like,
Yep.
let's try this. And
Yep.
I failed a ton, but that was the only way I could learn to find the path that would work.
Yep. Yep. I totally agree. I do. So, Amy, where can people find you and connect with you?
Oh, well, Living Locurto, and Locurto is spelled just the way it sounds, Locurto. I always laugh. I was into Ricky Martin back when I started my name, Living La Vida Locurto. So that's where Living Locurto came from. It's living my creative life now, but it's just Living Locurto everywhere on Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram, and my blog is livinglocurto.com. And then my fun club it's online now. I'm going to be promoting it soon. It's livinglocurto.com/club where you can learn about that. So yeah, I'd love for you guys to join and come visit.
I love it. Well, Amy, thank you so much for being on the show.
Well, thanks for having me, Jillian. I love you.
I love you. If you're trying to grow your social media followers on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest, plus trying to grow your email list, definitely check out MiloTree. It is the smart pop-up you add to your blog or your site, and it asks your visitors to follow you on social media or subscribe to your list. Just a couple things. It's super easy to add to your site. We offer a WordPress plugin or a simple line of code. It's Google friendly on mobile, so you don't have to worry about showing pop-ups on mobile. It's lightning fast. It won't slow your site down, and you can grow multiple platforms at once. So check it out, milotree.com. We also offer your first 30 days free.